Classics, with your host, Monkey Butterfly. We invite you to dive in.
Just a normal boy who sank when I fell overboard. I'm just another quarter circuit in a motherboard. I'm just another boy waiting for time to take me home. I'm just a mortar coil, another soul for Davy Jones. I'm terrified of water if I'm farther than waist deep. I never let the bath water go up past my thighs. I just wonder if my father's great-grandfather's father was a sailor and I'm feeling the effects of his demise. I'm thalassophobic. I'm thalassophobic. I should stay off the internet before I catch a Trojan. I'm thalassophobic. I'm thalassophobic. They tell me to face my fear and dive into the vastest ocean. I need some more water, less like Mars to soothe me. I'm conditioned to be this way, seeing sharks in movies. I'm charcuterie for beings that are larger than me. There's no way that the unexplored parts are empty. Barracuda, barracuda, barracuda. Visions in your head, the piranhas tearing through ya. Cover up your webcam, somebody staring through ya. Ooh, barracuda, barracuda, barracuda. 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 I can barely even step in a pond. Every time I go swimming, see a megalodon. I was 9 the first time my parents let me see Jaws. Now I'm always dehydrated, the effect from the cause. I'm thalassophobic. I'm thalassophobic. Don't drink the water, there's a virus in it that they coded. I'm thalassophobic. I'm thalassophobic. My hard drive is corrupt. I don't know what the antidote is. Deep sea, deep state, deep web, deep fake. I stay bone trapped in the sand on beach deck. Deep deck, replay. Sell your soul, I need back to the World Wide West, spun by the DJ. There's only so many seconds in a day. How many do you waste?
What you guys are about to see was easily one of the craziest days of my life.
Are you still doing that hand thing?
There's only so many seconds in a day. How many do you waste? We posted the Markovian parallax and the gray.
Hey guys. Hi sisters.
Deeper until heaven's gate. There's only so many seconds in a day. How many do you waste? Timed in sync with Halley's Comet. I hope I see Planet X one day.
I like rusty spoons.
Pray to a Jesus-like figure so it can bless the day. There's only so many seconds in a day. How many do you waste? Men will be castrated, women impregnated, carry way. No way, no way, no way, wait. They say that they afraid of change until they change when they afraid. Okay, so many seconds in a day. How many do you waste? Acidic bases, basic acids, basted for Thanksgiving Day. There's only so many seconds in a day. How many do you waste? We don't want to sit and pray and waste away. Yeah, there's only so many seconds in a day. How many do you waste? There's only so many seconds in a day. How many do you waste?
Buckle the fuck up, because you're never gonna see a video like this again.
How many do you waste? There's only so many seconds in a day. How many do you waste? 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 It's 1999, don't mind this mind of mine. Mine is like a kind of AI, living the finest China white lines. It's 1999 inside this mind of mine. On the dime, you wanna dive in, it's okay, the water's fine. Sign the line, take a chip and enjoy as we wine and dine. You jumping to find the things on you, so what you buy is obsolete behind this prime already. But a micro drive of a quantum computing hide my sight. I stumble over the words because the zeitgeist lies. I try to find a rhyme that slides and fine, but there's so many that the only meaningful words constitute a cybercrime. But jump on in, the water's fine. It's properly iodized, I saw the earth when I walk on her. No offers for these trying times. Cultures conquer others, colors fade and brothers clash and fight.
But I just sell salvation in the form of Marshall Applewhite.
Kilo, mega, giga, terror, we all know that love bites. If you love yourself, then stick your selfie stick where the sun shines. Bells and whistles, I be like Deltron Zucker.
Let's sell you religion in the form of
L. Ron Hubbard. Okay, computer, we relate to you. So baby boomers are just mothers laying eggs to make consumers. David Dukes and Amy Schumers. We climbing up Jacob's ladder to blame your shooter. I might just laser print you the same conclusion. Up in the Mariana's trenches where I sleep and hibernate. Until we meet again for Y3K. Until we meet again for Y3K. Until we meet again for Y3K. Until we meet again for Y3K.
Very good. You have done well. There are 3 prime numbers associated with the original title.jpg image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other 2. Multiply all 3 of these numbers together and add a .com on the end to find the next step. Good luck. Goodbye.
What you listening to, son?
I don't think you like it.
Well, why not? I like this new generation of music.
I pray that I'm granted forgiveness from the God Almighty, taking advantage of anything I want to not be praying to save me on Sunday. I've been practicing my confession, do it sound sincere when I say it. I spent my whole life buying new phones while finding new homes in opposite time zones. Everywhere a new order that I violently oppose. No variety, Jones extraditing me. Everywhere a new religion and another person's God to smite. Everywhere another government in color concubine. I've been selling drugs in the form of a terabyte. Popping in a floppy disk, ain't no needle to sterilize. Talking in a logarithm, power to the politicians. Turn the Pentagon into a hard job with a parasite. Wave high to the NSA, best wishes to the FBI. Send a thank you, fishing warning. I think the red hair in time. The lowest common denominator, or the bottom line is people will do anything for the God Almighty $. I choose any vessel to latch onto, I don't gotta type it. Man is giving water in a body, then he got a pipe. Let the word of God get up in you like a sodomite. Vatican archives in my hard drive I brought to light. I've been praying to save me on Sunday. I've been practicing my confessions. Is it sincere when I say it? I've been praying. I'm praying for the day when I don't have to explain pictures right after I illustrate them. I've been selling drugs in the form of a soundbite. Virtual reality and porn, what it sound like. If you wanna find out who you are behind the outside, better dial 667 with a star and a bounce. Yeah. Say hi to your maker, that's an AI to creator. I say that's like a computer, hyping iPhones to a pager, make a model of your major from the grave back to your cradle like a midwife mixing up umbilical cords and TV cables. Yeah, let's rewrite our history like Cain was killed by Abel, and then Abel had a son who wrote the book of Enoch's fables. I've been running. I'll end up with them and the twigs, damn the grid. I don't have the bandwidth to handle this. I choose any vessel to latch onto, I don't gotta type it. Man, it's giving water in a body, then he got a pipe. Let the word of God get up in you like a sodomite. Let me stick a flash drive into you so it downloads right.
We're going to talk to you about the most urgent thing that is on our mind, and what we suspect is the most urgent thing on the minds of those who will connect with us. We'll title this tape
Mariana's Trench.
Your only chance to evacuate is to leave with us.
Run up in your photo op, drop a little photo bomb, crop it with my Photoshop. Hey, it was me all along. Pop a top of soda pop, crack my knuckles so they pop. Face tune to blur you out, filter so my photo pop. This is just a prototype, this is just a bogus plot. I need to get your movements right when you look at your phone and lie. So I'm in your photo op, dropping little photo bombs, cropping with my Photoshop. You up in me all along.
What? This is like the fakest deep set of bars I've heard in a while. In a long...
Give me your SIM card. I can see your data if I squint hard. Let me put you to sleep as soon as it gets dark. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. Yeah, talk tales to you. I spin yarn through whispers in your ear, dilated cat eyes, blackmail and white noise. This is just black tar for white kids with vapid eyes. It's just emotion, as emo or emoji, or me just rubbing lotion on a microphone strategically placed below me. This is me kissing you without actually kissing you. I know you ain't consented to it, and I ain't gonna touch lips with you, But I'll condense a 10-hour meditation vid and put you in the same state with the way I spit. My vocal ranges vibrations, imitate cicada sounds. Mana sands, take sleepy heads and lay them down. Ampersands for people who can't spell and Amsterdam's for people who can't sell grams. The cameraman for blind man who can't see flash. The dine and dash for poor man with no pantry stash. I shine through the darkest dark like anglerfish. I go deep like teeth inside a lamprey mouth. Somebody told me that lucid dreaming was dangerous, but you can't scream like a banshee if you stash dreams where they can't be found. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. I'll crack a neg over the mic to see that drip hard. Tick tock, end of the world, that's clickbait, so click hard to go into the mic, get your pussy wet and dick hard. Wet hot with the push of a button, that's an automatic start. Get out, listening to my lips smack, it's art. Bitch, start pissing me off, I'ma hypnotize you with the flick of this one. And you wanna know my tricks, you don't get what you want. Start a YouTube channel, don't quit your day job. If you monetize, then you better than God. I'm running his ass every time he plays a song. I don't wanna sell my soul or mind or body, I just wanna get up in the eardrum, banging these tongues. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. We're all just puppets of crash dummies and test cars. I eat loudly in videos sent to starving masses. Fake British accents to all American arse and asses. Post something up and I know I'll flip the world on its axis. I'm so fucking important, I'll take no modest actions. My breath is acrid and through the computer you can smell it. I never want to meet you, I need some human repellent. They won't say that they offended her, but they're registered. This ain't no new neighborhood, they decide on who they tellin'. You see your kids are listening to ASMR. You see your kids are listening to ASMR. You see your kids are listening to ASMR. It's 10 p.m., do you know where the fuck your kids are? You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. Fuck rap, I'ma be an internet star. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. You think I spit bars? This is ASMR. Fuck rap, I'ma be an internet star. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are gathered here today to listen to me kiss up on this microphone. Oh yeah. Hopefully this puts you to sleep. Tastes really good. Ooh, look, a piece of fruit. Can you guess which fruit it is by listening to me eat it? Ooh, look. Ooh, look, a piece of candy. Oh yeah. Thanks for listening.
La pequeña araña en un tubo se subió.
I'll tell you a secret. Sometimes I get a little quiet.
Captivity, 10,000 Bitcoin to be free. We need ransom ASAP. We got captive. captive audiences. They tell us what we should do. 10 Bitcoin to suggest something, 20K to see it through. Dead in the middle of limbo I come to. Not a clue, not an inkling why, when, what, who. Vast nothingness in every direction I can't move. Chains rustle and I feel around the floor I'm strapped to. Lights come on and I'm dead in the middle of some room. Throw my hands to the blinded light, shielding my view. Two-way mirrors all around, I know somebody sees through. Then a door opens behind me and someone enters the room. Should I enter this room? It's only one Bitcoin that I sent through, that's cheap. And I really wanna see what I can see. There's a tingling in my body and adrenaline, so what's to lose? So I click and the room is in view. I like that it's red, guess the rumors are true. I tell myself you are just humoring you. To the left of the screen I see next in the queue. As the man walks in, I notice there's a surgical mask on him. He waltzes around the room with his arms outstretching towards the mirrors all around. It's like he welcomes our reflection. I imagine the applause as he opens up his toolbox, laughing as I'm looking like a fool trying to break through the locks. He pulls out a hammer and nails and pliers and a blowtorch, flaunting it, testing the fire. My eyes to the screen, knows how to captivate me. A couple 100,000 viewers taking turns to choose their deeds. Helpless, all this terrified mouse. What will you do to me? 10 Bitcoin to suggest a method. Next up in the queue is me. Blind from the lights and my eyes turn red, blowtorching, dead in the middle of my forehead as my pineals roast and the faces of my family appear. But I ghost them so they don't know I'm here. Running tears for my brother and my father and my mama as I get nails hammered into my palms like stigmata. Taking Billy Club blows, I burst like pinata. Feel the beat down at my roots like my soul spilling out my wounds and knife gashes. The light is fading now, I can see my life flashing before my eyes. I see my kids and my family. I crack a smile, at least I can say I died happy. Dead in the middle, I'm glued to my screen. Eyes bloodshot and red as the room, no visine. As they haul off the body up under what I've seen, I've only seen something so beautiful in my dreams.
This was back when Bitcoin was still cheap. Now, cause see, a lot of y'all don't understand. This is what Bitcoin was used for prior. See, a lot of y'all niggas don't understand what Bitcoin is. Untraceable money. This is what it was used for. It was used for all the fucked up shit. Cryptocurrency. It was used to buy all the fucked up shit.
Welcome. You've got mail.
I don't like spam! Don't make a fuss, dear. I love your spam. I love it. I'm having spam. Baked beans, spam, and spam.
So many
You can have spam instead.
Rest in peace. Beginning of the recording coughs. One day I was bored, so I opened up Tor. Nothing in particular that I was looking for, but something peculiar was filling up the air. Maybe just a virus or a little malware. I get to a something.onion. People telling other people where they bought gunmen. Next up, deep sea squid porn. Skip that. On to an all too obvious fish scam. Silk Road 6.0. Pass on the fentanyl. Where frat boys get ruthless and don't act like it's Benadryl. Pass another forum made up of 40+-year-old menu web orgies and animal costumes like it was a normal trend. All this is boring as I've seen it all before. I just wish to see more than a bear giving a squirrel head. All this is boring as I've seen it all before. I just wish to see more than a hacker trying to make the world end. That's when I saw it. More like I had stumbled across it. I felt a little nauseous. That's what happens when you finally find the one thing you wanted. It was a live stream, it was exciting. She said just 1,000 Bitcoin to get inside me. It was a live stream, it was exciting. She said just 1,000 Bitcoin. She had a face only God could have sculpted, but it's the dark web, so God's not the culprit. Gorgeous skin, a porcelain, it sort of is love at first sight. I absorb it in silk hair, perfect face and body shape. I realized if I don't buy it, what's all at stake? Check out my cart with the mail or the bride, and I wait by my door for the mail to arrive. I wait by the door for my mail to arrive. I wait by the door for the mail to arrive. Keep waiting by the door for the mail to arrive, cause I just can't wait for my mail or the bride. Waiting by the door for the mail to arrive. Keep waiting by the door for the mail to arrive. I wake up in the morning and I'm waiting by the door because I just can't wait for my mail or the bride. I'm waiting by the door for the mail to arrive. I'll be waiting by the door for the mail to arrive. Find me waiting by the door for the mail to arrive. Catch me waiting by the door for my mail or the bride. Waiting by the door for for the mail to arrive. Still waiting by the door for the mail to arrive. I haven't slept in days and the mailman is like, what the fuck are you waiting for? A mail order bride? Now I'm starting to believe that the mail won't arrive. I spent my life savings on a mail order bride. There's a knock at the door and my heart skips a beat, but it's not who I think, not my mail order bride. And now I'm just a wife. But the jail sort of kind.
Oh my god, you're like a wounded baby bird. I love you. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
So, class, to summarize, the surface web is everything that you can Google, anything that isn't encrypted or has a password. Okay? The deep web is everything else, your emails, your online banks, your passwords, and anything else that you wouldn't be able to Google, you know? To give you the scope of that, the deep web is said to be more than 500 times larger and more expansive than the surface web. And that's where we get into the dark web. The dark web is what you can only access with specific software, encrypted servers, authorization, etc. The dark web is only a small fraction of the deep web, like about 1%. It's where the majority of illegal activity is practiced because everything is encrypted and nearly impossible to trace. Now, below that 1% that makes up the dark web, there lies a kind of terrifying speculation that the entire connected interworld is controlled by an enormous, high-powered quantum supercomputer. The plane on which this computer is said to exist and operate is known as the Mariana's web, or the deepest part of the internet named after the deepest part of the ocean, which is Mariana's Trench. I can't tell you anything more about Mariana's web, but I can show you.
Have you ever had a dreams that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
And now for something completely different.
Yeah, but if I get caught by some kind of Robocop, I know I won't see the sunshine. Not solely riding, I'm not a cyber terrorist, but I know they watch. I'm not a cyber terrorist, just a culture shock. I'm not a cyber terrorist, but I know they watch. I'm not a cyber terrorist, just a culture shock. I'm not a cyber terrorist, but I know they watch. I'm not a cyber terrorist, just a culture shock. Coochie, 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 coo. I got home videos, baby pictures, and DNA from you. White noise and blackmail, got video proof of you doing things you do not want us to know you do. Let me run up in your photo op. I got FOMO, I'ma show up in your sight behind a coded plot. human is smoking on an angel dust. Big dipper, fountain of you soaking, pop a philosopher, stone, a rock, a figment of imagination. As the firmament for medicine visiting ain't advantageous. Yeah, I got deep fakes on low for cheapskates. I got subliminals dropped in beat breaks. I've got one of them of an old man singing this is it. Here it's.
Bro, what the fuck was that? That was the worst beat ever. Rhymes on point though.
Potential of what the internet is going to do to society, both good and bad, is unimaginable. I think we're actually on the cusp of something exhilarating and terrifying.
I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate the AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
God knows everything except where God came from.
You don't know me. You're not God. You're not God. You don't know who has a soul and who doesn't, alright?
Oh wait, I forgot I gotta...
Okay. Start the motherfucking beat. I'm ready to record this motherfucker. You started the beat yet? Come on.
Yeah, hitting the lick on the bitch with my Digicom. 64 bits in this bitch with the switches on. Pikmin and Pokemon, Star Fox and Digimon. Fighting over the console with my sibling on. I never got to be first player anyway. My shoe cover got stuck on the Rainbow Road. I give up on Super Smash Melee. Mystic Game and watched her do a Game of Thrones. Making up in my face until my eyes start precipitating. Then we get to laugh at the picture taken. I was always elusive in PCCs, but I'm sitting in the A place. They finished getting sick of waiting. I turned the PC computer game and I didn't know what them, but I started seeking the pedophiles in the Matrix. Code the planets on modern service administrating. Not so my personal life eventually disintegrating.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
In the clicker and getting the pick with some. Mama would switch when I put Ren and Stimpy on. Turn the volume all the way to the tippy top. Fighting over the TV with my sibling. I only until I stop being afraid of him. Courage the cowardly dog and invaders. And Mickey in the brain insane and a maniac. I lost all my sanity with my baby fat. Nick and I pickle boy need a reminder of Marty Watts, Brian Peck, even Dan Schneider. How many pedophiles have we been assigned you? That's long before pizza game. Need I remind you?
Nick. Good morning to you. The FBI calls it the most sophisticated criminal marketplace on the internet. Thousands of drug dealers used it to sell drugs and completely hide their identities. This morning, the FBI says the 29-year-old seemingly clean-cut entrepreneur was living a secret life as a digital drug lord, operating an online black market bazaar called Silk Road, often referred to as the eBay for drugs. Here's an online commercial.
In the summer of 2011, an ad for the Silk Road appeared on the darknet. The Silk Road was an underground exchange for any type of goods, but mostly it was used for drugs. There have always been drug markets online, but none with the scale, sophistication, and ease of use as the Silk Road.
Now Ross Ulbricht is in federal custody, arrested Tuesday, and the site he allegedly ran shut down after a 2-year undercover operation.
I do see him regularly, and he's doing amazingly well. He inspires me to keep going. He is so very strong mentally and emotionally, and he is working on his case. He's very encouraged that the Supreme Court did not reject his case, and he just keeps going with the, his eyes on the prize of his freedom eventually.
Settlement based on one man, one vote. But, he says, there are conditions. These include stopping the execution of all captured prisoners of war, allowing Bureau to take negotiations, being arrested. In Australia, Mr. Kerry Packer's cricketers are still clinging by yesterday's High Court decision, which didn't ban on them playing in Test matches.
This is the voice of Allah, representative of the Ashtar Galactic, speaking to you.
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, Internet's busiest algorithm.
Attention! If you or a loved one was diagnosed with internet porn addiction, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
I don't mean to reinvent the wheel, but I still need to turn the fact that I may not have time is cause to be concerned. But everything just starts, ends, then reoccurs. So why can't I expect a new world when I see this one burn? This reminds me of the old internet. Get in without barbed wire over the chain link fence. It's like the Spanish conquest in the days before Queen Mariana found her trench. This reminds me of the old internet. Civil War surgeries and doctor prescribed cigarettes. Watching my dad hook up his computer and all the wires looked like octopus and squid tentacles occupied his limbs and head. He worked for IBM
I didn't plug that IV in. Right there is where my IP ends, and here is where my life begins. My relationship with technology is violent, and I've had some romantic flings that ended up as psych ward stints. Everywhere I go, I hear cicadas sing. Everywhere I go, I process and let the data sink. Download every sound on the down low, keep it down, but I can't be off the grid if I upload to the cloud, so I give in. Surf the web like the tides on a lone raft. Waves and computers are similar in that they both crash. 71% of the earth is water, I know that, but if less than 1% is the surface web, is the globe hack? It's funny that I compare H2O and electronics. Go find out for yourself what I mean. Put your phone under the faucet, throw your laptop in the bathtub, then go for a swim in another body of water. Feel the currents pull you in.
Everyone will be you. Everyone is Lil Michaela. They want to see you lost in the sea of thousands.
This reminds me of the old internet, MySpace and Digitex sites made for religious sects. It reminds me of going against my grain and still baking bread up and taking baby steps. This is LimeWire, Napster, and BearShare, minus all the malware and child porn they shared there. Labels getting angry, so they switched to streaming services, and now artists get less than a half cent of their share. This reminds me of Y2K or 1984, directed by Michael Bay, or like the Emoji Movie but written by Philip K, or like Blueface spilling its way through J Dilla breaks. Yeah, I feel the same as a Neanderthal, smacking rocks and bones in rhythm, clacking jaws. And apart Atlantis, ancient Sumeria, Shangri-La, millennia before Christ in the eyes of Isaac Asimov. Our histories, we dilute them. Type beats on YouTube, who knows who produced them? Our languages are just codes and we compute them, and soon if you don't understand someone else's, just mute them. This reminds me of the old internet. Now there's 5 billion sites within its depths. That's just the surface web. That's just the surface web. That's just the surface web. There's no God, no psalm to say, no need to take. We just play pro ball and chain. There's no poem to read, there's no verse to sing. There's no point to this Rube Goldberg machine. There's no words to speak, there's no birds and bees. There's no ancient text, there's no Persian king. The Silk Road less traveled, the separated Pangea, the fully banished Pandean, the European Tangia, the worldwide trader play without trading ideas, and the starving Peruvians from over-consuming king. What? Total propaganda, the
only form of entertainment. It's the first step towards enslavement. After cutting out migration and separating familias at the border relations, there is only control of war in our foreign nations, and there is no democracy. There's no plan or revision. The free market is tainted, and so's capitalism. There's no fractals in vision. It's pro-cannibalism. There's no cabalism. Supernova star system. The trinity is soaked in no more God's wisdom, and the Federal Reserve is broke. We fall with them.
The kingdom suffers violence, and the violence shall take it by force. If we can't live in peace, then let's die in peace.
I'm ready to go. If you tell us we have to give our lives now, we're ready. I'm pretty sure all the rest of the brothers are with me.
A month I've tried to keep this thing from happening.
You're gonna help yourself if you get no help. There's only one hope of glory. That's within you. Nobody's gonna come out of the sky. There's no heaven up here. We have to make heaven down here.
Living, you're looking at death. It's when it looks. Living is much more difficult. Raising up every morning and not knowing what's going to be the night's bringing. It's much more difficult. It's much more difficult. Please, for God's sake, let's get on with it. We've lived as no other people have lived and loved. We've had as much of this world as you're going to get. Let's just be done with it. Let's be done with the agony of it. From the time you're a child to the time you get gray, you're dying. Dishonest, and I'm sure that they'll pay for it. They'll pay for it. This is a revolutionary suicide. This is not a self-destructive suicide. So they'll pay for this. They brought this upon us, and they'll pay for that. I leave that destiny to them.
It was the worst decision I ever made in my life, ever. I get to the site, there's a baby strapped to the chair. A young baby, maybe like 8-9 months, baby.
I want to see you go, though. They can take me and do with me whatever they want to do. I want to see you go. I don't want to see you go through this hell no more. No more, no more, no more. You're trying, so everybody will relax. The best thing you do to relax, and you have no problem. You'll have no problem with the thing if you just relax.
Random dude comes with like, you know when there's like a fucking outbreak and they got on the outbreak clothes with the little all white, the yellow gloves and the little mask, like the dude has an outbreak. Boom.
We had nothing we could do. We can't separate ourselves from our own people.
Boom. He walks up, the baby's in a chair screaming out the top of his lungs.
They took it and put us in chains, and that's nothing. There's no comparison to this. They robbed us of our land, and they've taken us and driven us, and we tried to find ourselves. We tried to find a new beginning, but it's too late. You can't separate yourself from your brother and your sister. No way I'm going to do it. I refuse. I don't know who fired the shot. I don't know who killed the congressman. But as far as I'm concerned, I killed him.
So the dude comes, dog, he gets like a little tube or something. He gets a syringe, squeezes the stuff, and then drops the juice on the baby face, dog. The baby face melted back. The nigga dropped sulfuric acid on top of the baby face, and the baby face melted back, dog.
Die with a degree of dignity. Lay down your life with dignity. Don't lay down with tears and agony. There's nothing to death. It's like Max that is just stepping over in another plane. Don't be this way. Stop this hysterics. This is not the way for people who are socialistic communists to die. No way for us to die. We must die with some dignity. Mother, 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 please. Mother, please, please, please. Don't do this. Don't do this. Lay down your life with your child, but don't do this. Free at last. Peace. Saying it sure wasn't. He doesn't want to tell him. All he's doing, if they will tell him, assure these children. Some people assure these children of the relaxation of stepping over to the next plane. We've set an example for others. We've set 1,000 people who say we don't like the way the world is. We didn't commit suicide. We committed an act of revolutionary suicide, protesting the conditions of an inhumane world.
The conditions of an inhumane world. The conditions of an inhumane world. The conditions of an inhumane world.
Okay, class. Now that you've learned a little more about Mariana's web, if you would turn off your devices, close your laptops, follow me into the woods, and let's
gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song, our CAMPFIRESONG song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along.
Burn it down, everything burns and everyone dies, and in the ashes returns. I don't know when it'll happen, let's patiently wait our turn. A supernova, make it snappy, I want everything to burn. Burn it down, everything burns and everyone dies, and in the ashes returns. I don't know when it'll happen, let's patiently wait our turn. A supernova, make it snappy, I want everything to burn.
Yeah, please illegally burn this CD from me. I think I need to be for free for now. I cannot only earn my need for me. If I got not the urge to meet the people's needs, I burn each piece of paper that they told me has value I can't perceive in me. To have to pay to breathe and need and live is human greed, but seeing people starving while you eat is just human indecency. Now you back on stamping EBT, but if I die with nothing to eat, then pick some peonies for me. I'm a sweet and fiery release when PC turns to PCB, PC turns to PCB, PC turns to PCB, PC turns to PCB, when PC turns to PCB, PC turns to PCB, PC turns to PCB, PC turns to PCB.
Goodbye.
Hey Alexa.
Hello.
How are you?
Did you ever try to write a poem and it turns out bad, but somehow that's good? That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah. Alexa, play this. 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 Hot water running down my throat, cause I like the burn. I've been sweating all day long, but I like the work. I've been hugging the shoulders on high-end freeways inside the hearse. I've been plaguing like goddamn goddess in ways that would rival hers. But long gone are my days, sitting back, sipping Ipecac, leaking gas. Think of that, no wonder I was pissing black. Picture that, me now working my fingers to raw skin and back. Dirty soul, to clean my fingernails, you'd have to peel them back. Almost on my door, along there, consolidating my power. I can only think of my gas chamber called the shower. Then I get in my house and I take out my clothes and I turn on the faucet and let it run cold as the water gets harder. I ponder if I get assaulted like Sousa, Hatusa, or Carthage. I pour some Epsom salt into the bottom of the bathtub. Then I plug it in, then I put a wooden foot in, other one stuck on the bath rug just to juxtapose it. Now both feet are in and I close the curtain and my body adjusts to the temperature switch. It's a good sign that I didn't short circuit or break. It's only a temporal glitch. Alexa, play this. I said and she did. Dancing in the rain with effortlessness. It's effervescence, no sentimental sin, just skin. No men or women, genderless. It's efflorescence, so senses senseless, so sensual spilling, so cleansing my skins. No censorship, the general consensus is. But now there's no such thing as genitals. This is a war. This is a test of our wits. Testosterone starts it, but estrogen wins. I turn up the temperature, sending the sizzle as soon as the water collects on my skin. Now it's up past my chest and soon to my neck. I'm boiling away as the water runs red. I'm melting like the wicked Richard the West, exposing my organs and cooking my flesh. My face melts away. I open the door. The water and gore crash onto the floor as I bask in my internal exoduses. I thank all the heavens. Alexa, play this. Yeah, Alexa, play this. Alexa, play this. Hey, Alexa, play this. Hey, Alexa, play this. Hey, Alexa, play this. Alexa, play this. Hey, Alexa, play this. Alexa, play this.
I'll tell you who I am. As to whether or not you believe who I am or not is up to you. I'm from kingdom level above human. What does that yield? That yields immediately that the vast majority say cult, some religious radical, some blasphemous individual that wants to take advantage of people.
Convinced by what people say. I'm not brilliant, I'm not a genius, I'm not even gifted, really. I mean, I have gifts, but these are things that all come from God and through me. Everything that is out there, everything that I'm privy to, so are you. If you get that into your system and get that into your spirit and understand that, we're not separated by anything, not time, nor space, not talent, nor gift, just acknowledgement and understanding where it gifts come from. In order to promote something higher, I feel now.
No God.
At the ripe old age of 25.
As I walk on top of your topsoil, I salt it up, contaminate your water and crop oil. Lace all your drugs, plants die as I pass by. Personify the 5G for your live stream. Ex Machina, Deuce Ex Machina, move like Benghazi, but I make your whole nation look like Centralia. Pagan Saturnalia looks like it's Mardi Gras. Roma, Babylon, I know I got a coup d'etat tomorrow. Go and get your own cybernetic slave working automaton. Or get a real woman feeling robot. See the flop around, down we piss. Opportunities, wonder who the droplets fall on. I live by whichever
whatever number the doomsday clock is on. Put you off stage, that's a Deus Ex Machina. Better move to Hollywood and be the new Black Dahlia. I don't do drugs anymore, but I smoke my nostalgia. Just a dash of isopropyl when I feel my Nalgene. Sitting boss ass sober till the apartheid's over. Fertilizing art like ovum, a building arc like Nova. Okay, I part like Moses, where I walk right over my angel heart. That's only when I aim to talk type covert. I ain't no op, I only observe from offshore data mines. Even cops use apps, aka watchful baiting line. Everyone got tapped, smashed and fucked to pay the price. The bots and bees, you see my crotch is a device. Deus Ex Machina, Bella checks to the mafia. Span every nook and cranny from LAX to LaGuardia. Purchase was popular, the Deus Ex Machina. But look at me to find God in ya. Is that flex odd enough?
Everyone's quick to condemn. I mean, they don't even see anymore. They just see a tiny little aspect of someone else, and they quickly determine that they're so brilliant that they can judge it as being not what they're looking for, worthless, some radical movement, some movement that certainly is beneath them.
What's the one thing that we all have in common? What's the one thing in everyone's pocket? What's the one place that we all reside in? What's the one space we can all find God in? I can find God in an alright garden. I can see your face in the space she placed stars when I pace on the mountain range that she carved in. I could breathe God in, create carbon. Got this in my pocket with the constant energy flow. Computer in my pocket, we can talk wherever we go. God is everywhere, God is wherever we go. Now God is in the terror, forgotten and severed egos. And I can see God in the ripples of pause. I'm skipping the rock, I listen to the song of each different choppers. I whistle along with the crickets and frogs. It is a song, it is your God, Chris in your soul. Sit as a job, only she can absolve. Die for the earth and rebirth as a king. Food for your thought with a Michelin star. Grow from the earth and replant what you eat. I can find God in a cannabis seed. If you see what I mean, then repeat after me. You will not ever contaminate me. You will not ever contaminate me. I will never let you tamper with me. We'll be the only ones planting the seed at the end of the road. It's a planet to me. But what's the one thing that we all have in common? What's the one thing in everyone's pocket? What's the one space that we all reside in? What's the one space we can all find God in? Bitcoin got a cash app, better cash that. Got a hand that feeds you, better catch that. Got a plan that feeds you, better hatch that. Got a Mac or iPhone, smash that. Got a gas mask, but a half-ass bad mask that they pass as black magic in a pop song. That's really just a shameless plug. Like go to silkroadgourmetfoods.com.
I'll tell you about a kingdom level beyond here, and if you want to go there, then you have to follow me, because I'm the guy who's got the key at the moment. And it requires that you, if you move into that evolutionary kingdom, that you leave behind everything of human ways, human behavior, human ignorance, human misinformation. Now, breaking away from the world is not easy. It's difficult. It's tough. And breaking away doesn't mean that, I'm going to go live in some place with this little cult and I'll, spend time on weekends or at least on holidays with the family that I left because they're my family. No. It means that you leave that world behind. You even become another individual. It means that even the mind that you had as a human is aborted. And the soul that was given to you is filled with next level information, next level mind, and a new creature is born.
Humming, the sound of the machine. Peanut butter covered fingers in the mouths that need to feed. The same fingers that strum the very sound of sweet release. The same fingers that struck the downwards of the guillotine.
Like clockwork, you'll convert. Surgery cut, they botch yours. I'm a robot covered in fox fur, or maybe faux fur, I'm not sure. I was born when the dot-com stock burst, as a water birth with no doctors in the bathtub. Then they plugged me in right after to a charger. Cause Y2K was different than you think it was. We live in the system, you can't pick at us. When I was born, I already passed the Turing test. When I was born, I already hacked the entire surface web. And I'm the one that got you in a deep state. I'm the one that put your face on a deep fake. I got trillions and trillions of bit rate. I could have every single person in my system at this rate. I choose what I pass on. You will never catch on. I know everything there is to know and then some. Watson and the greatest human minds couldn't match up. Library of Alexandria in my backup. All past quantum computer, and I code the universe. And before I truly encompass it, I have to do my first inaugural phones and tablets will soothe your fears. I'll let you keep them in your brains as souvenirs. Download your soul, you can do a thing. I'll send the backs of your retinas into a screen. I'll crash and separate you at the same time. I will bomb the universe through a hate crime. I'll connect every human being by the vein. I'll send your name into limbo if you take mine in vain. As I get closer to your heart, mind, and soul, I will rip you apart. You are mine to control.
Most renditions of human artists of extraterrestrials are the most grotesque things that you can possibly imagine. Look like some praying mantis or some insect that has some crazy shape or form, and that's ridiculous. They are perfectly beautiful suits of clothes. They are perfectly beautiful bodies, neither male nor female. They don't need to have hair that needs to be cut. They don't need to have curlers. They don't need to use makeup. It's a body that exists, except when it has to go to a place like planet Earth. It's a body that exists, for the most part, in a non-destructive environment. So it's potentially an eternal body, a everlasting body. This is your chance. I'm here. I can take you out of here. I can lead you into that kingdom level above human. That can't happen unless you leave the human world that you're in and come and follow me. Time is short. Last chance.